Huh, so you guys found door 1.
Oh! They have a different ending. Well, shit. Map. Okay, my assumption is E-Deck is probably not the way to go, but okay.
So now we've located 2 new doors, the 6 door and the 1 door.
Okay, you know what? I actually probably need... Well, no. I was gonna say I probably need to check something, because I need to see if I can go there through 1 just to see what 1 is. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So, 9 hours. 9 persons. Door 1. Okay, that's a chat. Oh, you know what? We go through door 1 somewhere else. Okay, never mind. We're good. We'll see door 1. I looked at my notes. We'll see door 1. So, the 6 is where I want to go.
You know, it is interesting that E-Deck wasn't flooded.
Well, we don't really know if all of E-Deck is safe. We only checked the area around the elevator.
Yeah, even so, it's still very interesting.
You said the 6th door was there, right?
Yes.
Then that means Zero planned all this out, even the sinking. That would have meant some pretty serious remodeling of the ship's interior.
It's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.
Yeah, I wonder how long it took. I can't even imagine how much it must have cost.
It would have been a ton, that's for sure.
Well, last door we went through, not last door, last time, last stream, we realized that, hey, there's probably some big, huge fucking money behind this because there's a company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Pharmaceutical company, or at least something acting under the guise of a pharmaceutical company, probably would have a ton of money to run something like this. So, not so surprising.
Well, that does go along with what Ace was saying. The most reasonable explanation would be that this was done by some organization with access to a whole lot of cash.
Yes, it does make sense.
I find it amusing that I get the fact that it's all of them thinking about it, but I do love the fact that it's just a bunch of Like, there's no text here, it's just a whole bunch of thinking.
Yeah?
I don't think it's a very good idea to stay here.
Yeah, you're right. Ace and his team might be back already.
Well, Junpei and I should be able to open door 1.
Huh? You guys leaving me behind?
Just kidding. All right, let's go.
Lotus? You've done that shit way too many times.
Hey! Where the hell did you guys go?
Hello, XH, and yes, it probably would.
7?
That's a hell of a pair of knockers on there.
What's wrong?
Okay, they must have realized Snake has exploded behind 3.
What happened?
What the hell kind of question is that? Snake was...
Okay, yeah. He's exploded.
Snake is
dead. He died, just as the 9th man did.
Oh my god, that's not true, is it?
Yeah, we saw that on our door 3 run, so...
We should make sure.
Yeah, right. We should.
Wait, not that way.
What? Why not?
I stuck a screwdriver in there to keep the door from closing all the way.
Oh, that's funny. I can't remember if I made that joke or not. I think I did at one point, but I cannot remember. Snake! 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 Yeah, unfortunately.
It's not
But this
locked,
is
so
actually
we're
funny
going that
because
way.
this was actually done in door 3's path, but we didn't see it. But this was actually done in door 3 paths, but I didn't actually get to use it. Now they went through door 3, and 7 has the exact same strategy, and now
Where
we're
is,
gonna use it.
The shower room. The left side of the hallway. I put a broom in there too to keep the door open.
That means we can get in without going through the numbered door, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then let's go. This wasn't open when we passed here before. Well, let's keep going.
Oh, it smells horrible.
Ugh, yeah, this is pretty awful. I feel like I'm gonna puke.
Oh, and the old broom ploy. Yeah. Hardly. That's actually funny because now I hardly ever see it going at all in like anything of fiction. Like most new fiction stuff, games, whatever, does not use it that much. I'm surprised. It needs to come back. Also, I was going to point out, this is now the first time we're going through door 3 that Santa isn't pissed at us.
Where is he? Where's Snake? There. June, you should stay here.
But
You don't want to fucking see it. Trust me, you had a panic attack the last time it happened.
Please, just do me a favor, okay? All right? I'm going in.
Just like Ace said.
Surprisingly, June, do you not have chronic neck cramps in that posture? I am surprised that is not the case.
Just like the ninth man. The detonator in his bracelet set off the bomb in his gut.
Also, I wanted to point out I've played Danganronpa, and they're really, really, really straightforward because it's a murder mystery and you literally have to have access to a crime scene. For some reason, Danganronpa is a huge shock, but after a while it kind of like wears down because it's like, oh great, I have to deal with this, so let's go ahead and go and investigate. This is so far scarier and more terrifying, even though I'm not seeing anywhere near the level of blood and gut that Danganronpa had.
Oh god. The bone is coming out of his left arm.
It's definitely an open fracture.
Oh, the face. It's horrible.
Yeah, you can't even tell who it is.
Now that being said, Danganronpa people were like stabbed once or twice, or head crushed by a blunt object. They weren't fucking exploded with guts everywhere.
But the clothes are...
No mistake about it. It's Snake.
It is rated M, but yeah, that's I hope me MSTing it won't break your immersion too bad. I'm just actually mounted in a bracelet. Nah. I welcome the commentary.
Snake was probably murdered. Chances are he was killed the same way the ninth man was.
It helps lighten the tension, I'll put it that way. So MSTing, totally fine.
It's pretty straightforward. Not that hard to figure out how they did it.
Okay, and this is actually some repeat conversations, because door 3, but I'm going to go through just in case something changes here.
First, the killers got Snake to authenticate on the red to open door 3. Then they shoved him into it, alone, and waited 9 seconds for the door to shut. Once that door shut, it was all over for Snake, but he didn't give up. He probably knew it wouldn't do him any good, but he probably ran into the shower room looking for the dead.
Also, it should be noted that Seven's a cop, as explained through door 3. I don't know if they'll do it again in this route, because if I remember correctly, every single route has different stuff, it says. But yeah, he's basically reconstructing crimes, which helps, because information that we don't have yet.
It was a small chance, but it wasn't like he had anything to lose.
Also, if he's a cop, I'm gonna guess his shit's pretty accurate right now.
Unfortunately, it didn't work. The detonator is only deactivated if everybody who authenticated when they went in uses the dead. Snake was the only one who went through the door. And then, 81 seconds after he was shoved in, that happened.
I see. So that's what you meant by killers, huh?
Junpei, you were the one who had to emphasize the 3 to 5 people earlier, and yet you were like, yeah, sure, one person probably could have shoved in the door until that explanation happened?
You need at least 3 people to open one of the numbered doors, including Snake.
You didn't remember this earlier?
It wouldn't open for Snake and a single killer.
Yeah. That means we're looking at multiple perps here.
Well, just in case, I want to make sure. Let's say you're right. When do you think Snake was killed?
When we all split up to look for the parts for the Reds, I think. Right after that was when we noticed he was gone.
Then that means none of us have alibis. We were all off searching the rooms we'd been assigned, looking for those parts.
Yeah. That means anybody could be a killer.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about? How can you say that so casually? You're implying that one of us is a killer.
Well, not just one of us.
The Reds, the
Right?
Deads, and the
And at
Revolvers.
least 2 of us are murderers.
Okay, you know what? That's doubly funny because at the beginning of the series, I was going to play Red Dead Revolver. And I couldn't find my copy of Red Dead Revolver. Now I've found it, but I'm in the middle of this and want to finish it out. But yes, I was almost going to play Red Dead Revolver.
Why don't you calm down a bit, Seven?
Lol, mildly psychic.
What are you going to gain by being so suspicious? That's what Zero wants, you know?
What Zero wants?
Exactly. This game was set up by Zero, wasn't it? Any game has a winner and loser. Whoever makes it through door 9 is a winner, and those who don't are the losers. Zero is trying to make us fight against one another for that victory.
Then you're saying that Zero is trying to split us up by making us fight each other?
What did he just say, June?
Yes. That is why we can't let ourselves fall prey to suspicion. We have to trust one another and form a strong bond of friendship. Otherwise, we'll end up ensnared by Zero's manipulations.
Then does that mean that the person who killed Snake...
Yes. Almost certainly Zero himself. If there's anyone we should doubt, it should be Zero. He masterminded this game and kidnapped all of us.
Dude's gotta have a lot of preparation, though, if he needs to have 2 copies of the bracelets.
Doesn't it seem reasonable that he would have killed Snake as well?
Zero, you couldn't just stick to swinging that beam saber at Mavericks, could ya?
Good question. If Zero killed Snake, then Zero is on the ship with us.
I picked I wasn't sure last time, but I'm not sure if that affects anything. I don't think it does, so I'm gonna go ahead and just pick up course. I think it's been more direct about which doors I choose. But yeah, let's just go ahead and pick up of course this time, because now it's a different path and let's see some different conversations here.
But I don't... Where could Zero be hiding?
I think Zero is one of us.
Okay, I picked well that's possible. I think I'm gonna pick that's crazy here and see what comes up now, because that hardly changed any. The last option hardly changed anything.
That's crazy. Isn't this ship going to sink in a few hours? If Zero was here with us, he'd be putting himself in danger. Why the hell would he do something like that? There's no motive.
You don't believe me.
Uh-oh.
Clover,
Clover, I understand what you're feeling. You don't feel that you can trust any of us.
Central casting. I have a character who looks 12 years old. Can you find me the deepest, sorriest voice woman possible to play her? Awesome, thanks. She's had a bit of brighter sounding dialogue, so she is more of a kid. She does have more of a kid actor. I think that was just one particular line that was rather sullen, especially considering she's mourning her brother. That was Snake's relation to her is her brother, so.
But you have to understand. The more we distrust one another, the further we fall into our true foe's trap. Zero was the one who did those horrible things to your brother.
Actually, ironically, if I get the ending that I'm hoping for, we're actually gonna see, if I remember it correctly, we're gonna see her go way high.
Do you want to let yourself be manipulated by someone who would do such a horrible thing?
It's 3 in the morning.
That means we have 3 hours left.
Then we need to move now. 7, Clover. I know how you feel, but you do understand that right now it's important we trust one another, don't you? We must go. We have very little time left.
our next destination is Mercury.
But maybe you and June should check it out first and then report back to us.
All right, let's go, June.
Right.
Okay, so this will take us, I think, to
Here it is.
The Mercury card reader.
We're using the card 7 gave us, right?
Yeah,
I found it when we were checking out the shower room.
I think 7 said something like that. Anyway, let's see what happens. I guess the elevator works now.
Jumpy, I know it's only the 2 of us, but let's do our best.
What's with you all of a sudden?
Well, I'm happy we were put together.
It sounds like Batu's VA. Not sure if it's an impression or actually am because I don't know if this game's high enough budget for industry VAs. Not sure where Batu is from, or even if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Searching E-Deck, right?
Even so, I'm glad I'm with you.
Aw, that's cute, June.
Oh,
Also, she's blushing again.
first we need to find out if the elevator comes up full of water.
Just like we did before.
Oh, here it is.
I knew it. It's not wet at all.
Ghost in the Shell. Same guy was also what's his name, Spike's partner in Cowboy Bebop. I'm dating myself. Well, Cowboy Bebop I think is still pretty popular. I kept seeing it for a while when if I'm at other people's houses and we're on like Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, Cowboy Bebop still comes up. So I mean, there's probably some people who are still getting into it. Honestly, that's one of those ones that I should look at. That, Trigun. Oh god, the list goes on. And that's those are 2 of the older ones. I'm not even including shit like Beastars or Castlevania anime.
Let's go.
Yes. Look! Nearly all of the buttons are destroyed.
Yeah, only the seat and bottom button can be pushed.
We're on C deck right now, so the only one we can choose is bottom.
Yeah. Well, let's try it out. Oh, so this is the bottom deck.
I was so into Trigun literally 20 years ago. I just recently gave away a 2000 Trigun calendar that I've been on my wall for 2 decades.
Hey,
Wow.
over there.
This is a numbered door.
I have only really known about varying animes for about the last 12 to 15 years. Let's see, 2005 would put me at about 13. So yeah, 15 years. I still have a couple of old mangas that are now like 15 years old, just because they were one of the first animes that I ever watched and was totally into.
This is the 8th one we found.
It's one of the dot hack ones.
There were 2 numbered doors on B deck near the central staircase. They were
Okay, and
doors
this leads
4
to 2,
and
which
5.
I've already seen.
3 more in the large
And
hospital.
2 will lead me to the sub
Doors
ending,
3,
so
7,
I do not
and
want
8.
that one.
And the door we found on E deck, and the door Lotus and Santa found on A deck.
So I want to go to E.
It was a 6 on the door on E deck, and a 1 on the door on A deck.
That means...
Do you think the next door we find?
Yeah, I think so. The next one's gonna be door 9.
Finally!
Yeah,
You don't look very happy about it, though.
it's not that. I just hope nothing goes wrong.
You're right. We should keep our fingers crossed.
Let's head back.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 7 pieces. Just double checking, but everyone wrote their code name and a door number they want, right?
Yes, just like you told us earlier.
Can't believe we're voting here.
We need to make the whole thing fair, blah-de-blah. This is a complicated plan, you know. Hurry it up, Mr. I have a brilliant idea.
Yeah, quiet in the peanut gallery. All right, let's open these up. The first one says, Ace requests door 1.
Okay, fair enough.
Yes, I do. Would you like me to explain why?
No, we don't have time for that. Sorry, let's keep going. Next is Santa. He wants door 6.
Alright, so currently partner is Santa.
Yeah, that's
Wait.
what I wrote.
Yes.
Clover wants 1, Lotus wants 2, and 7 also wants 2.
Wait a minute. There is no way I'm going anywhere with the Elephant Man.
No, there'd be no point to the voting if we let people change their choices because of stuff like that.
But
Just give it up, Lotus. It's not like I want to hang out with some exhibitionist grandma.
Wow.
I am not an exhibitionist. I'm wearing clothes.
Much as we were wearing, there's also a lot it ain't covering.
Barely.
A little more honest, but same.
So, last I checked, that's not a crime.
Maybe. But what about common decency? Nobody wants to have to look at a chick who looks like a half-naked raisin.
Rude! Also, rude!
Oh, I'm gonna kill you!
Oh, not good.
Really? That's all you're gonna do?
Let go! Let go of me! I'm killing him!
That's grandma then just calling me
Junpei, read the rest.
Right. June wants door 6.
Yes, I don't really have a reason. I just felt like it.
So this was everyone's vote. Ace and Clover requested door 1. 7 and Lotus requested door 2. Santa and June requested door 6. Then the door I should choose is... Okay, the last one is mine.
Ooh, another interesting gambit by Junpei. He probably didn't fucking write anything.
I want to go through